Today's morning coffee vinyl side. Walt Wagner, Caprice, 1976. If you know who Walt Wagner was, chances are you were a patron of the Pacific Northwest's most famous fine dining restaurant, Canlis. Located in the Queen Anne neighborhood of Seattle, where Wagner was the in-house piano player from 1996 to 2016. Now I say Wagner because, from the photo on the album's jacket, Valt looks a little like he stepped out of central casting, fresh off the set of the Eiger Sanction. Now at the very least, he looks like he could have fronted Mannheim Steamroller at any time up into the mid-2000s. But most likely, Valt Vagner was really just Walt, or Walter Wagner, a Washington State boy who grew up in the shadow of the Cascade Mountains. But I'll split the difference there and call him Wagner anyway, because it sounds cooler. Classically trained as a young boy, Walt always had a side hustle in rock and roll and was a member of several regional bands during the 60s before finding his way to Sun Valley and becoming a lounge act, playing piano back in the day when higher-end bars and restaurants offered that to their patrons. It was there, and working old-school luxury cruise ships, that Walt honed his chops and musical sensibilities. This 1976 album, called Caprice, was released when Walt was 33 years old and was most likely still trying to find his big break in the music industry, beyond his lounge and supporting player gigs with other musicians. In many ways, the album is what its title suggests. An album of caprices, short thematic improvisations and variations unfolding with whimsy, something that Walt's musical instincts would have been naturally suited for as a lounge player. Though this album seems like it would have been more of a vanity project, it's really very contemporary to what was going on at the time. Canadian pianist Frank Mills released the instrumental Music Box Dancer in 1978 and became an international superstar. Had Walt hooked up with, say, a young Kenny G, who was also floating around Seattle this time, who knows what could have happened. Now Walt, 80 today, retired from Canlis in 2016, but I think it's pretty safe to say he lived a musical life, and that's pretty good.